Hey guys, Chris here and welcome back to another review. Today we have this, which is probably one of the best sets I've seen by LEGO in a long time. So quick spoiler, I really like it, but how does it actually look and how does it work? Well, let's find out. Okay, so quickly taking a look at these set details. It's obviously the theme of Super Mario, although technically it's an NES, so Nintendo Entertainment System, but it was released August the 1st of 2020. It contains 2,646 pieces and it has an RRP of £209.99 in the UK or $229 in America or 229 euros in Europe. So that gives it a price per piece of 7.9p in the UK or 8.7 cents in Europe and America. So pretty good price. It's obviously also one of these new 18 plus ranges, although there's nothing obviously obscene about this. Don't really know why they're 18 plus, but anyway, pretty cool nonetheless. Okay, so where to start first? Well, I'll probably start with the actual NES first, and then we'll go on to the television afterwards and all the gameplay functions that go with it. So, I will unplug the controller and maybe show you that first. So, this is the controller. It is absolutely incredible. It's so lifelike to the original actual NES controller. It's unbelievable. This contains an absolute bucket load of printed pieces. One printed piece there, one printed piece there. All these are printed that go around the D-pad, which is really cool. We have this printed piece here, which has the start and select, as well as this is a printed piece here. We also have the A and B button here, which are printed, and Nintendo printed there. So just in the details alone of this controller, it just shows what the quality is like on this set. We also have this connector lead here, which actually works with the NES itself. So as I'll show you by bringing the NES forward, it has the player 1 and 2 again printed, and you actually just click it in and it actually plugs in as if you were playing the game. So this is using a Technic tube. It's not the longest cord in the world, but obviously you don't want to have lots of leads and stuff around on your desk anyway, because realistically this is the display piece. You're not actually going to be plugging it into the TV and then standing miles back playing the console. But all in all, really cool. So let me take the controller off so we can show you the actual NES itself. And this is just so lifelike. It looks just like the actual console. But again, everything on this that you're seeing are printed. In fact, it's easiest to say what isn't printed, which is 3 things. Which one of them is inside the actual box itself and one of them is behind the television. But more of that in a minute. So, as you can see, we have the start and select, the power on and off at the bottom, I believe that is. Yep, it is power and reset, which you used to have a lot of. This is then opened up here, and it actually does have inside an eject, insert and remove the cartridge, which is just absolutely crazy. There you go, and you can eject the cartridge out. And there is the original Super Mario Bros. Cartridge. Absolutely awesome. Now, these are stickers, and that's really because that's what the actual NES was in the day. They used to have these stickers on the cartridges themselves. It's kind of actually more accurate than if they were printed, so that's pretty cool. You also have the actual bottom, that's where the actual card reader the NES would read the card from, which is pretty cool. You used to have to do this and blow into them before you put them in because of dust. And I think the guy actually does that on the advert for this, which is really funny. But all in all, really cool built NES cartridge. Like I said, that actually slots into the machine, and then you can push it down and put it into the actual drive and then close it up. So, like I said, everything here is printed, which is really cool. You also have the actual old video and audio, and again, they are printed pieces. Just so clever using the backs of studs just to show that off. It just looks absolutely amazing, and it just really does look like the real thing. And then on the back, you also have the connectors of how you used to connect it to your telly. Just absolutely incredible. But something else on this, which is really cool, is there's actually a secret Easter egg, which is you pop the side off here, and this is actually from World 1-2, I believe, which is the secret warp pipe. So you used to be able to, these were the actual platforms where they used to go up and down, and you would jump, and you could jump off the level, run along. That would be the actual exit to the level, but you'd run along here. Then you'd be able to go to different worlds, which would be world, I think 2, 3, and 4, and then you would be able, there's another secret at 4 as well. But that is just absolutely cool that they've done that as a little detail, and it's easy to put in and pop off the side to show that, which I just think's absolutely amazing. Such a cool thing that you can really tell there was some love put into this NES system. So, moving this along, let's take a look at the television, which is obviously where a lot of the playability features are put into this. So I'll try my best to show this off, but here it is. It is absolutely incredible. So we'll go from left to right again. So again, all of this stuff is printed here, which is absolutely crazy. In fact, you can actually take the legs off, which might make it easier. This just literally pops on these legs, and they are brick-built legs. as a nice little display stand. You can't actually put the NES underneath it. It isn't quite big enough, but some people could just display this television differently because a lot of people didn't have TVs with legs on. That was actually quite posh back in the day. But if you wanted it just as a television, you can do that. So as you can see, it probably makes it easier for me to move around, but all of this stuff is printed. So these are printed pieces up here. You have the dial that actually has a print on it as well as all of this stuff, as well as the volume, the how you calibrated the color and contrast and all that. It's incredible. And inside this is actually a little rubber piece, which gives it a clicky feel, which is how it used to be back in the day, which is absolutely awesome. Then over here, this is really nice technique, which is just backward 1x1 studs to create that kind of look to it. Really, really cool. And then again, you have the low tech on the bottom, which is all printed too, which just looks really, really cool. So quickly get around to the back. You actually have the aerial piece here. Now this can just go up or down. You can actually clip it away if you wanted to, or you could have it out to kind of show that you were tuning the television. But as you can see here, we have the low-tech information, and there is a tiny little Easter egg here that I found earlier. I was looking through this to see if there was anything, but it does have at the bottom, I believe, it says, at the bottom it does say here, manufactured in Japan, 15th of the 7th, 1983, which is right down here. And basically what that is that's when the Famicom first came out, which if people don't know what the Famicom is, that is the name for the NES in Japan. So it was called the Famicom, short for Family Computer, which is again what the SNES was then called the Super Famicom in Japan. So there you go. Interesting information there. But obviously this is the 35-year anniversary of Mario, and that's because that's when it came out in America and Europe. So it is technically 35 years of the NES system. But other than that, you can see all the side detailing here. And then this side is where the actual crank is, and that's how you operate the actual level itself. So let's put it back on its stand. So as you move the crank, you then move Mario through the level. You can't actually twist the backwards. It's actually locked, so Mario can't go backwards through the level, but he can then easily jump around and do all this stuff through the level. And I think you just need to move him a little bit to make sure he's straight on, but pretty cool. He's really easy to pop off, actually. This is one of the reasons that a lot of people wanted this, which is this custom piece here that's made. It just has a hollow bit at the back that you clip him into. Very, very cool character indeed. And it just goes onto this piece here. And that is it. So you can easily take him off if you wanted to, which is quite nice. Now, as you can see on the actual screen itself, there are loads of printed pieces. You have the shell piece there, question marks. You got the star, the coin piece there, sorry. That is 2 printed pieces for the warp pipe, which is amazing. Again, we have the star there, another question mark, Goombas at the top, and we have the mushroom there too, as well as the shell. So the set itself does come with some extras, which is quite nice as well, so you can use them in your own mocks and things, but they are really, really cool pieces. Okay, so that's the set itself, and just on those things alone, this is an absolutely awesome display piece with having, all these custom printed pieces. You've got Mario himself here as well. All the cool NES and just all the little Easter eggs and stuff is an absolutely great for any collector. But if you do have the Mario starter pack as well, it does interact with Mario. And I'll show you how to do that really, really quickly. But basically what you do is that at the top here, there is a panel piece here. If you pop this in, it then takes that top bit off. And there is a unique one of the barcodes, but with a television on. So what you have to do is if I put this back down here and get it on its stand, is you turn on Mario, and basically he scans the television, and then you put him in front, and then as you go through the level, he will interact based off of the colours. So he then hits things and makes noises depending on what's on the screen, which is just absolutely crazy. And the way in which that works is basically he is scanning colours at the top of the screen. So as you can see there's a red one, then a blue one, and as it goes through, and there a yellow one. So that's how he knows how to interact with stuff on the level. Okay, so just doing this really quickly one more time. So I'll show you how the ending goes for when you've played with this. But if you put him on the level, and then go through the level, and then when you decide you don't want to play anymore, you just stop it. And after a bit, you'll then do the ending to the actual course, which is pretty cool. There you go. And I just think that's really, really nice to have that featured with this set. So I think it is worth maybe picking up Mario to get that as the interactivity with the noises and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool, and I do think it is recommended probably to get it together. But the set is still amazing without the Mario. And if you are a big NES fan anyway, I think this is such a great display piece. It's just really, really cool. As you can see, that is pretty much, if you like what you see, you're going to like this. I mean, it's pretty much almost 1-to-1 scale of the set itself. Maybe 5/6 the size, or 3/4 of the size, but it is really, really cool. And I think most people wouldn't know that this wasn't a NES from taking a look at it. The TV is just super, super cool, and such a great idea using this basically this carousel. It just works so well, and just does look really, really cool. So that's it for my review of the LEGO NES. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be picking this up, or whether you've got any of the Mario sets and you think this will go great with it. I think this is going to be something that I'm going to be displaying behind me for a long time. I think this is just one of my favourite sets of this year. But other than that, hope you enjoyed the video and have an absolutely awesome day. If you enjoyed the vid, then if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, keep bricking it.